I hope you're having a great day, great afternoon, great night. You know, just a great time in general when you're watching this. Today I wanted to do a little tabletop game review with the game Here to Slay. So I have not only the base game, but I also have the two expansions that they made. And so I found out about this game from my buddy. We played the base game, and then eventually I just bought the base game and the two expansions because, you know, I saw the expansions and I was like, oh, why not do that? It was released in 2020. You can play about 2 to 6 people, and they claim it takes about 30 to 60 minutes per game. As someone who's played with just a 1v1 and with a third person, I don't know if we played with a fourth person, but whether or not we did or not, I think we just regularly got done within 30 minutes. It's not that long if you're not taking 70,000 minute turns. There's one thing you can do with 2 points, and then there's one thing you can do with 3 points. There's not a lot that really takes your turn forever. It's just very funny that they claimed it takes that long when it really doesn't. The game was crowdfunded. I would say it's a very simple game. Like, there's not a lot to it. You draw a handful of cards. You start with one of the classes. You pick one of the 6 starter classes, and then you slowly can either build your classes or you can kill monsters. So basically, you have actions you can take, which you can either do 1 point to draw, put out a hero, or use a hero ability. 2 points you can attack a monster, or 3 points you can discard your whole hand and draw a new hand. You can win of one of 2 ways. You can either put out 6 classes. Even with the expansions, it doesn't say you add more classes, but honestly, in my opinion, why wouldn't you? You're adding 4 more classes, if not just 2. Why wouldn't you make it 7 instead? But that's my opinion. I personally like to change those rules when I'm playing with my friends. I'm like, we should add more because this will go relatively fast. And it does. The games go really fucking fast, especially when people are getting good rolls. And so there's 2 ways to win. You either put out your enough classes or you can kill monsters. And a lot of this game is dealt with dice rolling, either high or low rolls, and some are specific rolls. It's a really fun and interesting game because I remember our longest game was because we kept getting interrupts instead of drawing more heroes, so it kept kind of taking a bit. But I always thought it was a very fun game to play. You really can do a lot of interesting and fun things with the little hero cards. I think my favorite of the classes was probably Thief, because you get to steal a lot of your opponent's shit. I know, Thief, but like, it's just so funny that you get to take them from your opponent and do more stuff with it. I think my buddy won one game by stealing one of my things, but it's just a very interesting game altogether. And then you go to the expansions. The expansions add 2 classes each. So the initial classes are Fighter, Ranger, Bard, Thief, Guardian, and Wizard. Then one of the expansions adds Berserkers and Necromancers, and then the other one adds Warriors and Druids. Each of the expansions add 2 classes, 2 monster cards, and 31 miscellaneous cards. Honestly, I think this game needs a way, you could almost make this a deck building game in a way with the little effects that they do. It's just really kind of funny and cute game that almost could have became a trading card game, but it's very cute how they made it. I saw that there was role-playing for this game, and honestly, I don't know where you would do that at necessarily, unless you're making up little things for the monsters and your characters, but you're versing each other, so I don't really know who or what the role-playing would be happening around. I know it also talked about hand management, which I thought was really funny because you only really need to manage your hand necessarily with one of the classes. I know it's kind of trying to tell you that because it can kind of juke out your opponent to whether or not they'll have an interrupt or something like that. But honestly, like, you're really not having to manage your hand that much. And there was just some things I read online where I was like, I don't really do that when I play this, and I don't think anyone else does. But it's a really cute game. I like all the little art for it. I doubt there's going to be any little bit more upgrades for it. It's not that big of a game because it's kind of made by the same people that did the Squishables. I think that's the same company. It's Unstable Games. I could be wrong, and I could be thinking of Fall Guys and not Squishables. I don't know where that even came from. And my little part here for the end to this little mini review is if you wanted to make this like a drinking game, you could definitely add 2 rules. These are just what I kind of came up a little quickly. So if you wanted to gain back an additional action point, or if you wanted to re-roll your dice, you could take a shot just to like really get you kind of drunk. This game doesn't have a lot of crazy interrupt moments, but it would be really funny just seeing people getting litter and litter trying to play this game, because sometimes I even miss my own triggers and I'm not even stoned or drunk. And then the other rule would be you could do a drink if you rolled an even number or an odd number. Like, that could be specific to you, like some people are even, some people are odds. Another one I thought about for a second could be if you were doing it where someone leaves whenever they lose or whenever they win. No, it could be if they lose, like if you have them do a certain amount of, like if you get snake eyes multiple times, that would be losing or something like that. They could shotgun a drink. I don't know, but that was kind of my little mini review on this game. I think it's a really cute game. I think more people should, you know, try it. There's more games I definitely want to talk about that are a little tabletop-y kind of party games. This is a really cute game to bring around to people. It's not a high skill ceiling, and I would give this one probably it's about a 7 out of 10. It's just a little party game. Like, if there wasn't some parts that were so easy it makes you dumb, then it would be a bigger game. But there's definitely parts where you just kind of feel dumb because it's so simple. But that's my take on this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, afternoon, you know, whenever. Peace, guys.